Hey guys, I am Linkmaster10, and welcome to a fun playthrough of an amazing game called Stardew Valley. So this has been out for years. I've been playing it for years, but just recently I've been watching more in-depth playthroughs and speedruns and whatnot of it, so it's really made me want to play it again. And I have finished off the Harvest Moon series, the two that I've played, so I kind of didn't expect to play a farming simulation game, but as I said, watching other people play, it's just really wanted me to invest the time and energy into playing it. So for this particular playthrough, it is going to be casual, but I'm going to try to go for the perfection percent, or perfection completion, however you'd want to phrase it. And it is an in-game counter that keeps track of your percentage. And there's different things that you can do that'll get you 100%. You know what? We'll just do link. And I'll go over those in a moment while making my way through the story. Alright, so our farm is going to be Moon Farm. Sure. And my favorite thing, this is something I'm going to be eating, so I'll need to make it something like that. Animal preference, absolutely cats. Love cats. It doesn't really matter in the game. So, I've got blue eyes in real life, so we'll do that. And then, there we go. My hair's got some gray in it, but that's okay. I'm not going to spend too much time on this part. And I'm actually very fair-skinned, but, you know, I'm a farmer, so I should have a little bit of a tan. And I'll do that. And I always like this shirt. And accessories, I'm not going to give myself a beard. Things like that. I am going to go into the settings and just make sure everything's good to go. I am not playing with any mods, so I'm not going to worry about that. I mean, year 1 completable for the community center is nice. But it's guaranteed that perfection's going to take 2 years because you have to get max hearts with all the villagers, and one doesn't come except the second year. So I'm not as focused on that. Mine rewards normal. I'm not worried about multiplayer. Okay. And I'll go ahead and show off the intro since this is a new playthrough. And I'm just going to be nice and boring. Stick with the standard farm. It's got a good amount of farming space, which is really how I'm going to make money in the near future. So, this looks good. Farm name is Moon, that's dumb. But so be it. But yeah, so the perfection is a couple different things you gotta do. So you gotta ship every item. And there's a certain category I can show off. You gotta build all the obelisks, build the golden clock, complete Slayer goals. But I'll get to that in a moment. So, there's Grandpa. So again, inspired from Harvest Moon, Grandpa is not doing well. And he is passing on something to me. No, don't open it yet. Have patience. You got it, Grandpa. Now, listen close. And I won't be reading every single dialogue, don't worry. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. How does he know? When that happens, my dear, you'll be ready for this gift. Oh, he's got a picture of Grandma on his fireplace. And a little dude. So, an indeterminate amount of years later, hitting the corporate life of Joja. Join us. Thrive. This is just so well done. Terminated. We all worked with someone that's as eager as that dude. And there's me struggling. Life's better with Joja. Dear Link, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I'd lost sight of what mattered most in life. Real connections with other people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Moon Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southeast southern coast, making up words. It's the perfect place to start your new life. This was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my dear. Good luck. Love, Grandpa. P.S. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will ya? So, that is how our story starts. We're making our way downtown. But anyway, as I was saying about the perfection guidelines, you gotta ship one of every item, build all the obelisks, which are basically warp towers. Those cost, I think, like $1 million each. Build the golden clock, which costs $10 million. Complete all Monster Slayer goals. Have max hearts with every villager. Max out every skill. Obtain all star drops, which there's 7. Cook every recipe, which there's 80. Craft every item. There's 129 of those. Catch every fish, which is 67. And find every golden walnut, which is part of the 1.5 update. Hello, you must be Link. I am. The end. Cool. So, all these playthroughs that you watch are going to be very similar. Now, one thing that they can do in the later update is move the bed. So, I'll do that. Again, it's not really focusing on the speed aspect of it right now, but I'm going to do it. So, just like in Harvest Moon, it's always good to check the weather. The first 2 days when you first start are always going to be sunny, and day 3 is always rain. And then you always want to check the luck, because that's going to determine how your day's going to look. And then when you're doing casually, you would want to check living off the land. It gives you really good tips. So, we're going to walk outside and have mass chaos. And really early on, you're just wanting to clear some space so that you can farm. And you can see down below, it's got my inventory and how quickly that has filled up. Because everything you do pretty much puts stuff in your inventory. Or takes up space, I should say. And one thing I will caution early on is it's really easy to go ham. And really want to, you know, clear the farm up and stuff like that. But on the right side at the bottom, you can see I've got my stamina bar, that energy bar. And right now it's not too bad, but everything you do is going to use stamina. With the exception of a few things. So, planting seeds doesn't. But anything you're going to use, I'm playing on Steam, but I'm using a controller. So anything I'm using my square button for is going to use up stamina. And the nice thing is your scythe does not use up stamina. So that's kind of something you can take advantage of. So I'm going to go ahead and I planted all my parsnip seeds. And then I'm setting up for a couple other seeds I'm going to buy. And then now the goal that I usually focus on is clearing up space, as I said, but getting up to 50 wood to craft the chest. And that's going to help you clear out some of your inventory space, because you don't need to carry all these tools on you all the time. Because unlike Harvest Moon, your tools and your items are all in the same space. So once you hit 50 wood, you can craft So, like I said, that's what a lot of people do. Alright, so 40, I need a couple more. And I would say now is the time to let your farm look messy, because that's not going to come into play for a while before you can make it look nice and neat. So 15 chops will cut down the tree. If you ever see something in your way, a lot of times your scythe will clear it out. But I've got 57 wood. So I have crafted. And again, anything you don't need in your inventory, all this can be pushed to the side. And you really just want to keep the hoe because there's spots that you can dig up that you can get artifacts to donate to the museum. And that's another goal I'm going for. I'm going to make sure to completely fill out the museum. Ooh, look at all these forageables. Nice. I'm going to complete the community center and the missing bundle. I'm going to attempt all achievements. And there's some difficult ones. Here's the spot I was talking about. Woo, stone. And I'm going to try to buy every hat the hat mouse has and then update it as I come up with more stuff. So now the goal today is I'm going to go and buy seeds, but you want to try to greet everybody. Because not only is it good to actually learn the people anyway, but since you do have to get 10 hearts, or not 10, it depends on the character. You need to get max hearts with everyone. You want to go ahead and get the introductions. And you have a little journal icon, and if you hit the button for that, that's one of the tasks, is greeting people. So there's a lot of journal things that you can do early on. And that's really nice because a lot of times that's going to get you money. So there's 28 people you need to try to meet. And if you can do that day one, that's even better. So I'm going in the houses. Usually the afternoon is when a lot of people are going to be out and about. And you can dig through the trash cans. If they catch you early on, don't worry about it, because there's not any friendship to lose. Okay. But if possible, I want to try to greet as many people. Hi, Penny. Oh, one thing I recommend doing is... I'm going to turn the game sounds up a little bit. Okay. And this zoom, I recommend at least 85% because that's going to help you see items, people walking around, things like that. Oh, look. Jojical, we got some energy. Alright. Oh, we'll go in here. Gonna meet two people in here. George and Evelyn. Since I do have more to focus on with the challenge I'm taking on, I'm not going to be as focused about explaining all the stuff in the game. So we already met her, but it's got Caroline, Abigail, Pierre. Yeah. He's always trying to sell you stuff. We are going to buy stuff from him. So you've got 500 to start with, which is really nice. So what I recommend buying is 2 cauliflower, because one will want to turn into the community center and one will be a quest. 1 potato, 1 bean. And then use the rest to buy parsnip seeds. So we won't unlock the community center for a bit. But that's okay. So now I'm going to move to the right side of the map and meet a couple more people. So I'm actually not going to worry about going in the museum right now because you won't get a cutscene unless you have an artifact, which I don't have. And that actually doesn't count as one of the people you need to meet. So I'm going to meet Clint. He's the blacksmith. And if you head north, there is Joja Mart. So we have a couple people that work here, so we're going to meet them. You got Pam right here. You got Sam sweeping. And then Alex is down here. Or Shane, excuse me. And it doesn't look like that counts as meeting him, but it does. And what's nice too is if you pull up your menu, you can see the different people that you've met. So if you're familiar with the game and you're trying to think of who all you haven't met, it'll have the pictures of them. So we can meet some people at the bar, or the saloon as it's called. Wow, we've gotten some decent foraging. So foraging is nice because these are items that go in the community center as well. But some of them you can actually eat for energy and health. And you can also sell for some early money. So I'm just gonna look around. Okay. Oh, there's somebody. But here we have Linus. Hello. Go ahead and take that. Thank you. So the nice thing about walking around and meeting people and foraging is it does not take up energy. Did I see someone up here? I did. Yeah. So this is Sebastian. He can kind of be a pain to meet because he stays in his room until like 3 in the afternoon. And the way the game works is it looks like you can get into people's rooms, but you actually can't until you have 2 hearts with them. So early on it takes a good bit because you're not getting their favorite stuff, most likely. So again, best thing is you meet everybody day 1, but it's not a big deal. I mean, if you're newer to the game, you're still learning the layout. But the main thing is if you're planting things, don't burn out all your energy. Alright, so that's Harvey, it's closed. I should still be able to see Maru. There she is. Oop. Okay, Maru. Now Harvey's the doctor. Sometimes he comes to the left over here. There he is. And we already met Vincent. So as I said, a couple more people. We got Elliot that lives down here. Oh, good. He can sometimes be difficult to catch. He's another one. He goes in his house and you just can't get in until you have a certain heart with him. Alright, so I'm just looking for forageables on the beach. Because that's actually a skill you can level up to. So every time I'm picking up an item, it's going into my skills. So you can already see I'm already level 1. So I need to max out all the skills. That's one of the requirements. And that'll pretty much happen organically. But maxing out some of the stuff early, or I say maxing out, but leveling up some of the stuff early is very nice. Because you can get some really good perks. Alright, so we've got Emily and Gus. Okay, so who am I missing? I should get most everybody. Oh, Marnie. So one of the guys is the wizard, and you can't meet him. At least not yet. And then same with the other dude, Willie. We can meet him tomorrow. So if you greet everybody today, you can complete the quest, even though you technically haven't met Willie and the wizard. So I don't think I can get in here because of the time. Yeah, that's okay. So what I am going to do is I'm going to plant my crops. And this is coming in the south part of the farm. So this is actually a good reason why you never want to be completely without a tool. Is because it's very easy to get stuck. So you can see this is using energy just to get through. So when I come back, I'll probably bring my scythe with me so that I can cut through that stuff without using energy. Okay. So again, money is important early on. So I'm going to save a couple of these. And the mixed seeds, they will just turn into kind of something random. But I want to plant. I'm going to put my green bean down at the end because it's a little trellis. So it can block you. And then I'm going to hold off on these other parsnip seeds because they only take 5 days to grow. So that's super nice to have that. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and save a clam. Grab this as well. And I'll sell these. And one tip I would give for people early on starting is most of the items you come across, no matter what type they are, is going to be used again. I don't think I can get here. Nope. Okay. So early on, it's not a bad idea to sell stuff because, as I said, you're kind of strapped for money. Oh, I guess I probably need to go the way I came, huh? But sometimes you'll be in a situation where you need stuff and you sold it, 3 seasons ago, so you gotta wait again to get it. So utilizing chests, and you'll come up with your own organization system for the chests that'll work for you. Here's another forgeable. But don't just get in the habit of just trashing stuff because, you don't feel like you have a need for it. So I'm just making my sweep through just to see if I locate any forgeables. Obviously it's a little darker. Eventually you'll get items that will help with that. But just try to go as long as I can. Oh, horseradish, that's new too. But again, this is going to be a profitable way to get some more money, get some experience, and not have to use any stamina. And coming down here is really nice because sometimes you can get spring onions around this area. And they don't sell for very much, but they help recover stamina. So it's good to check there periodically. And so I'm just making my loop back to the farm. Again, if I see any forageables close by, I'll grab them. And you can certainly zoom out more if that helps you see better. But we got back. It's not too late. And it wouldn't matter because if you pass out, you can get a little bit of a penalty. But since I know I'm going to level up because I checked my skills, I don't have to worry about that. So hopefully clear a better path now. So again, I'm going to go here. One thing that's wonderful is if you go over here, it's going to fill up anything that's already in your chest from your inventory. So that's super nice. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. I'm going to organize it a little bit better. I'm going to sell my excess dandelion. And then one thing I don't typically do, because I honestly never really think about it, is these mixed seeds. So, I mean, they're free to get. So it's really not a bad idea to plant those, especially if you have some energy left over like I do. So that was day 1. You can see we leveled up. We've got some crafting things that we can do. And foraging, I don't know all the ins and outs, but foraging can be increased by picking up items and also chopping trees. That gives you foraging experience. But you see we made 310 gold. So you can buy seeds if you want to. Yep, so rain tomorrow, as I said, that's guaranteed. And then the spirits are displeased. That's going to stink for today because now a new character's coming in. And we really want good luck because that's going to increase a couple different things. So if you're fishing, that can affect if you're getting trash or the catch rate. If you're going mining, that can influence if you're able to go down to the next level quickly. So as you can imagine, the better the luck, the more progress you'll make. But I'm going to take this because once I greet everybody, one of the goals is to give a gift. So I'll get ahead and do that. Now it's still early. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some more wood because wood is so necessary, especially early on. A lot of crafting recipes require wood. Updating your house requires wood. That area at the beach to the right that had a little question mark, you can unlock that by using 300 wood, and it unlocks a new area of the beach that you can forage in. So there's actually pretty good reasons to keep wood. Alright, so I'm going to put all this in there. And then I need to chop down a pine tree. Because one of the things that I unlocked... Man, where are all the pine trees? Do I not have any? Goodness, it's really far. But one of the crafting things that I unlocked was a field snack. And that is unlocked by using 3 seeds, a seed from each tree type. Which of course I didn't get, that's really funny. And you can craft it. So, I've got a little bit of time and stamina. I'm gonna go ahead and get to this stinking tree. But as I said, early on your energy is really low. That's kind of a staple in games like this. Wow, I still didn't get a... Okay, well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I need to move on. And not spend more time and energy. So, but yeah, you can see how low my energy is already. Okay. So, I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna put my axe up. And I'm going to take that. And you know what? Oh, no, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this for energy. So who else do I need to meet? So just Marnie and Willie. So Marnie opens up, I think at 9, so I can go and greet her. I'll come back with my pickaxe and clear all this out, and everyone will be happy. So Marnie's just in the barn, not the barn, the ranch, I guess, over here. Marnie, are you serious? Oh, it's Tuesday. She's got exercise class. So yeah, you can see, oh, here she comes. There we go. So yeah, you can see that you have to be friends before you can get in there. Even if their door's open, it makes it seem like you can like sneak in, but you can't. Yeah, I'm not worried about you, Jody. So again, not worried about making friends early on. It is required, but there's certain things, especially when you can like start making recipes and getting quality with your items. That's going to be a game changer for gifting people, because the better the quality, the better their increase will be with affection. But we're going to meet Willie. Ahoy there, miss. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet ya. Ah, I'm still trying to unwind from a month out at the salty seas. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. And we get our rod, our bamboo pole. There's good water here in the valley, all kinds of fish. Oh yeah, my shop's back open now, so come by if you need supplies. I'll buy anything you catch. So yeah, the nice thing with Willie, especially early on when your inventory is so limited, is if you're fishing in the ocean, you're right close to his shop, you can sell the fish you have and get instant money for it instead of doing the shipping bin. Alright, so I'm just going to do a cursory look and see. Okay. So sometimes there's bubbles that spawn, and that's an increased catch rate. Not catch rate, but increase, I guess, bite. But if you've played this game before, you know that fishing can be very frustrating, especially when you're newer. So, I mean, it's the tried and true method, but it's just going to take practice, because fishing early on is a really good money maker. Exactly for the reasons I said. You can catch the fish, and when your inventory starts to get full, you can sell to Willie. Sometimes you can get treasure with catching fish. And this is another skill that you'll need to max out. And same thing, as you do, it's going to increase the line, the little green bar. That's going to increase. The value of fish is going to go up. It's a tiny fish. One of the perks you can get is your fish sell for more. So for this type of playthrough, my goal is to hit hopefully level 3 fishing, at least level 2. Level 2 shouldn't be an issue since I started early enough. And one thing that's helpful that I have not been doing is if you catch the fish without any mistakes, you get perfect. And I should get that sometime. But you'll get experience bonus for that. And there's plenty of different fish to catch. As I said, I think there's like 67 fish. And you have to go kind of all over. These things are jumpy. So you can't just fish all the time in the ocean and expect to catch all the fish. It really depends where you're fishing, what time, what season, what the weather is like. So that kind of makes some fun variety. And then something to keep in mind if you're planning on getting the fish. I don't know why they're tripping me up every time. But getting the fish and selling them to Willie is Willie closes at 5. So even if you're outside the door, Willie locks the door tight. So it's not like that you can't sell them, but you just can't free up your inventory space nice and easy. So, as I said, it's not that difficult, it's just getting practice. There is a training rod that you can buy, which is going to give you a bigger bar. Oh, see, there you go. I got perfect because I didn't have to do anything. So I don't remember how much the training pole is, but for early on, it's really nice. So you can just practice fishing and level up, and that way your actual one will have a bigger bar when you start to really try to catch fish. So don't be afraid to do that. Like I said, I don't remember how much it is, but if you're really struggling with fishing, that's a good way to do it. Oh, alright, so here are the bubbles I talked about. Let me scoot a little bit closer. There you go. So you're going to have increased bites. As long as your bobber is touching some part of the bubbles. Now, you can see sometimes they go super quickly. Other times they'll stay there a bit and you can really get some good money out of it. So I'm going to probably catch one more fish and then I'm going to sell these to Willie to free up some space. And I'm also going to give him a gift because he should be the last person I had to greet. Oh, so close. Alright, herring. So you can see I'm already fishing level 1. I should be close to fishing level 2. And now to finish this quest, so I'm going to sell fish to Willie. I'm going to probably hold a couple of the smaller fish. To eat as energy. Yeah, the training rod is only 25, so it's super cheap. That's awesome. So, sold that. I'm going to give him a gift. And now I made 100 gold just from doing that. And I'm just going to throw away the fiber. Nope, I forgot to eat. That's okay. So I've still got 13 energy. That's plenty. So yeah, if you're decent at fishing, even halfway decent like I am, I'm not good at all. Then the more time you can dedicate to fishing the first couple days, the better. Especially tomorrow when it's going to be raining. And you're going to have excess stamina because you don't have to water your crops. Yeah, look, because I got a perfect catch, I got an iridium quality, which is the best quality fish you can get. So that one's going to sell for more than a regular fish. So I'm going to fish a little bit more. And then I'm going to probably do some foraging. So like I said, I do want to fish until I hit level 2. No, still not there. And this could also be the downside of having the bad luck. So unfortunately, unless you have bubbles, there's not really a better way to get better fishing. Oh, I messed it up. So, again, you can eat your lower quality fish. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't exhaust yourself, especially early on. You know, 5:30 is really early to be passing out. Because that'll immediately end your day. Nice. Man, still only level 1. So I'll probably go till after 6, because that should give me some different variety of fish. Oh, boo. Hi, Willie. And one thing I'll do too is you can kind of hover over the fish and see. You don't know their sale price right now because I'm not in front of Willie's shop. But you can see what fish is going to give you more energy. So even though it might sell for more, it might not be a bad idea, man, to see. So that's 33, 23, 23, 13, 18. Alright, so as I said, I'll do a little bit more fishing. I know it's not the most fun to watch, but it's just the tried and true method of getting money early on. Because just like the real world, in order to make money, a lot of times you gotta spend money. And you don't want to overload yourself with a bunch of seeds to water because that's going to just take up so much time and energy. It's just not going to make it fun. You're going to be passing out or running out of energy at 11 in the morning and then not be able to do anything for the rest of the day, really. And again, that's not fun. That's not the way to play the game. Well, I say it's not the way. You know, everyone's got to learn. I am definitely not a pro. There's people that I watch that just amaze me with how good they are. Alright. Man. So, the nice thing about playing it casually is you just learn. You learn from messing up. You think you're doing alright, and then you see other people, and you're like, wow, they've made so much money, you know, early on. What do I need to do different? And it's just, you gotta keep trying. Alright, let me try to catch a couple more. So, as I said, this is not a, you know, if you want to be completely successful, do it this way. I'll eat that. But these are some tips that I would give to people starting out. Is just familiarize yourself with the layout, meet the characters, learn how to better use your stamina. Alright, come on, buddy. Thank you, finally. I felt like that took forever. Alright, so now I'm going to look for foraging and head back. So you don't get to look for foraging when you first come in here because you have the cutscene with Willie and it automatically transports you. Alright, so nothing here, and that's the bridge I was talking about that takes 300 wood. But since it's still early, like I said, I'm going to just go around, check the trash cans, see if there's any forageables. So you can also come up here and there's a trash can. That's kind of out of the way unless you're going out this route. So let's check this out. This is a little help wanted board. This is really nice too. You get friendship points if you complete this and you can get money for it. So Willie wants a smallmouth bass. Cool. And then over here you have the calendar. You can eventually buy one that you can keep up with at your house so you don't have to keep checking there. But that's a really good way to check for birthdays so you can gift people. So as I said, when it's dark, it gets dark. It's hard to see. But I just want to do cursory perusal, making sure. Because the forageables will respawn. It's not always going to be the same exact place. There's different points that they can actually show up. Oh. Nothing. It's because I got so lucky yesterday. Oh, here's one. So this close to going to bed, I'm probably not going to eat it for stamina. Let me in. There we go. Made it through. Okay. So I'm going to keep that one just to have for some energy. And then I'm going to sell all the fish. And as I said, I don't need my watering can because that is going to be rainy tomorrow. So we're good to call it a day and level up. Perfect. So as much fishing as I did, I only got 324. I also sold part of it to Willie, so it wasn't like I only made that, but that's really better than anything you could do right off. So as I said, it is raining. They're very happy, so that should help with our bites. Again, we don't have to worry about doing anything like that. So I'm going to take the dumb path. And today's going to be another fishing day. So you can encounter when it's raining, you can come against catfish if you're fishing in the river. And they are pretty difficult, but they go for a good bit of money. So I'm going to do a quick foraging sweep. Probably just throw these fibers away. Because even though I'm starting off with full energy, as you can see, I'm very quickly going to burn through it. So, oh, see, got a horseradish. Ooh, a gold quality. Hey, hey, there we go. So you can go straight to fishing if you want, if you're concerned about time. Still no spring onions. But it is Horseradish City. So, still worth it. So I'm going to head back and, as I said, I'm going to go to the river. And that's just going to be going right into town. And fishing right below. But since I'm here, I'm going to check the trash cans. Wednesdays, sometimes if you go to the saloon, where I met Gus and Emily, and you can actually get a meal from the trash can. So, of course, I didn't get anything, but Wednesdays is the day that they like throw out the daily special or something like that. So, I'm going to get rid of the fiber and the broken CD. It's just trash. We don't have any way to deal with it right now other than throwing it away from someone else's trash. Ooh, here we go. Bubbles. So I'm going to scoot back a little bit because I really muscled that one. There we go. Alright, and you'll know when I get a catfish because it's going to be going crazy. Oh. Alright, so the nice thing with the smallmouth bass is obviously it's a different kind of fish. But if you remember, that is something that Willie wanted from that help wanted. So it doesn't always work out that nicely that you can instantly do it. Sometimes you'll get requests that you just can't do. Alright, so let's do this treasure chest. So you have to catch it just like the fish. But what happens is if you catch the fish before the chest, you just lose out on it. Or if you catch the chest and then lose the fish, you don't get it. So I got bait and coal. Coal is actually pretty good early on. It's one of those things that you feel like you never have enough of. Because when we start getting into mining, we're going to need a lot of coal. Oh, yeah, so this is a catfish. You can already see he's super jumpy. I might not catch him. That's fine, that's realistic. It's really easy to have him freak out. Yeah, he was actually really docile for me. I am quite happy. Oh, but my bubbles went away. So again, that's good experience, and the catfish is going to sell for a good amount of money. And I'm getting a lot of trash for having a good luck day. But I already got 3 fish caught, and it's not even 11, so I think that's pretty good. Cool. So it is nice when you catch fish of the same quality, because you can see they will stack, but sometimes it's a little frustrating because you'll catch a fish and it'll be a different quality, and that's just one more inventory space that gets taken up. So you can purchase a larger backpack. Unfortunately, it's 2,000. That being said, if I can get to 2,000 quickly, I will buy it. But I actually am really wanting to stockpile my money because there's a festival on the 13th, and you can buy strawberry seeds, and those regrow and they sell for a good bit. So that's kind of the goal as far as incoming money. So if it gets close to that point and I have like 2,000 gold, I'm going to hold off on the backpack because I'd rather have less inventory and be able to buy a lot of strawberries. Because as I said, that's going to get you a lot of gold going into summer. So you can probably buy the backpack from there. You also can buy seeds in the summer. But that's going to give you some good farming experience. And once you level that up, you can start crafting sprinklers. Oh, that's a catfish. And that's going to help a lot with watering because they'll do it for you. Oh my gosh, that one was actually pretty decent too. Alright, I would like another smallmouth bass. I mean, I'd like anything, but that would help with Willie. Yeah, the help wanted are really nice to do, and if you can't complete them, you don't lose anything. You don't lose out on friendship or anything like that. So that's really nice. So it's kind of one of those things, if you're in the area, you might as well check it. Because even though you don't have the item they're requesting, you might actually get it soon enough. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go down to Willie. Oh. Okay, clay, that's not bad early on. That's also needed for some crafting recipes, and it can sell for a decent bit. That's actually a strat, is to do the clay farming. I don't remember if I mentioned that, but... Okay, so let me make sure. So, 100 to 2 smallmouth bass. Now, sometimes this isn't, like, super rewarding. A lot of times it's what you would get if you sold the item. But it's still good for the friendship, so... You gotta be careful, because sometimes you have to actually show them the item, and other times you just talk to him. So if I would have given him a fish, he would have taken that as a gift, probably. So, I get to show him, which is nice. Oh, it even says that you get to keep the fish. Okay, well, wonderful. So, I get to keep the fish, and I get $100, and now I'm going to go ahead and go down to the bottom and sell it. Yeah, so it's 100 gold either way, so I broke even if I would have actually given it to him. But sell this. Yeah, you see that's 400 each. What money am I at? Yeah. Oh, I can't get it yet. Now I can. So, I'm going to go ahead and buy the fiberglass rod. So that unlocks, I think, when you're fishing level 2. But I'm going to go ahead and buy that because that's going to get me better quality fish, which is extremely helpful. And it just makes it so I can level up better because you're going to be really limited very quickly with the bamboo pole. So in order to do that, I'm going to sell my catfish. And it's the 3rd, so I've got plenty of time to recoup that money. So I'm going to go buy the fiberglass rod. And you see now it allows me to attach things to it. So I'm going to attach the 10 bait. I'm also going to go ahead and spend all the money I have on bait. So I've got that. And the bamboo pole, you don't need anything. You can't sell it, unfortunately, so I'm just going to trash it. And I'm going to go back up to the river and try to get catfish. Yeah, fishing level 2. I couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3. So I've got a better rod. Yes, it was expensive, but I had the money. If you don't have the money, don't worry about it. Just keep using the bamboo pole. And just get better at practicing fishing. So as I said, the better your level is, the bigger fishing bar you have. Ooh, I almost didn't get that. Putting the bait is going to make it so you get bites faster. So that's a nice benefit of the fiberglass rod too. Unfortunately, catching trash is going to use up bait, but it happens. But as you can see, it's super cheap. It was 5 gold for the bait. So yeah, with fishing, I keep saying practice. That's really the easiest answer. But don't get so hung up on holding down the button. So as I said, I'm playing on the controller, and you might be able to hear it, hopefully not. But instead of just holding down the button to fish, like it shows when you're first doing the minigame, a lot of times I'm actually tapping so that I have better controlled movements. And that can help a long way. Kind of lost my train of thought mid-word. There we go. So yeah, you can see my bar is staying with the fish. I'll show you off. I didn't want to waste it on a perfect. If I can get a fish. Maybe like even the catfish. I don't know. We'll see. Well, it doesn't matter. Whoopsie. You see how quickly? That's because I held the bar in and it immediately shot up. Now the fish was a little bit more jumpy than the others. But that's something that you'll learn the more you get used to fishing, is you won't be as gung-ho on immediately rocketing off the fishing bar. Yeah, see? Oh. So yeah, like I said, I'm just tapping, releasing as I need to. When they do the mid-max, which is trying to make the most amount of money in the smallest amount of time, they'll actually reset the day if they don't have bubbles. Because that's really a difference maker between regular fishing and, you know, having increased bite rate. Ooh, that's really nice. Oopsie, I was ready. I was ready for a catfish. So I've probably hit level 3 because you can see my bar has increased even more. I always go to the wrong one. Yep, level 3. So in any of the skills, when you hit level 5, it's actually going to give you 2 different professions to choose. And they all come with their perks. But level 5 fishing is the one where you can pick if you want your fish to sell for 25% more. And again, early on, even in the late game, but early on, that's so beneficial to just getting some money. But eventually you'll get to where you don't have to fish every single day, and that's kind of nice, because I mean, it's good to have that available, but soon enough it'll get to I'm fishing just to complete the fish requirement. Alright, so shad, let me eat some of this. But I was saying nice about the copper because you need copper to smelt bars. And that's also used in a lot of crafting, the different copper, iron, gold. But you also need in order to craft the smelting forge. Ooh, nice. Fisherman. Yay! 1 achievement down. So, that is because I caught 10 different fish. Woo! So the bream, this is something that is available at night. And I'd like to sell it, but it is something... Oh, that worked out nicely. It is something that is used in the community center for one of the bundles. Cool, I'll take it. Now, it's not specific to the rains. Oh, buddy. So it's not like you have to worry about catching it now or never. Yeah, he's a feisty one. Yep. So I might hold on to him. I can't unlock the community center for a good bit. Ooh. You have to have a cutscene with it, and then you have to do something with the wizard. So you don't want to stockpile a whole bunch of stuff that you can't use, but... Well, he had some fight early on, but then he was pretty quick to slow his roll. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and eat this one. Even though it's gold quality, that just means it's going to give me better recovery. But that way I only have to eat 1 and it clears out the space instead of having to work my way through 2. So early on, this game is really nice. Oh good, another bream. Because there's really like defined goals. You know, however you want to play, but it's like, oh, I want to focus on farming, so I'm going to spend a lot of time on my farm. Or I want to cut a lot of wood, so you're going to be spending a lot of time chopping. Or for me, fishing early on to get money. But there's really not a wrong way to play it. Oh, I'm going to have to clear out some space. I wasn't paying attention to that. Yeah, nice. So I have given myself kind of some first couple month goals. Ooh, bait. That's nice. I can just directly put that on the rod. Alright, last piece of bait. So it told me I've got 5 more, which is nice. But I've got my other computer up. There we go. Yeah, so it's 8. I've got a full inventory. I'm going to go ahead and swing by my house. I'm going to go up this way. Because I've got some stamina left, so I'll probably chop some wood. But yeah, early on, it's for me to maximize fishing as much as possible. The mines will open on the 5th. Is there anything up here I want to forage to come back for? Probably not going to come back for the one thing. Alright, so I want to sell you, because I should get more than 1 rainy day. Bunch of you. Put all this in here to save, and then I'm going to swap this out. yeah, so some of my goals are pretty straightforward, you know. Plant the parsnip seeds, that's something you'd want to do day 1. Again, that's usually typical no matter what the playthrough is. How much energy? 17. I can do some of these smaller ones. Nine, 7, 6, 2. Alright, so I'm at 0, so I want to not have anything in my hand that would use stamina. I cannot believe I have not gotten a seed for a pine tree. Just blows my mind. Usually that's all I get. Oh, let's see. It's still early, so I'll clear out some stuff. Maybe get some more mixed seeds. But yeah, so if possible, so I've bought the fiberglass rod, which is nice. But I'd like to try to get some copper. So there is a way to get it early before the mine actually opens. And that's through getting lucky with fishing treasure. Or sometimes your digging spots will yield copper. But if you do well with fishing, it's really nice because you can actually get some good money and you can buy copper from Clint. Now it's 75 gold per copper. And then as I said, to smelt anything, you need coal. So 5 bars and 1 coal, or excuse me, not 5 bars. 5 ore and 1 coal will help you smelt. But that can really help you make some good progress early on having that. I'm going to go ahead and go to bed while I'm doing this. So time stops. But I'm also wanting to get my farming level up so I can craft sprinklers. I've mentioned that. If possible, upgrade the pickaxe as much as possible. That's going to make mining better. Upgrade my axe to copper. And then start stockpiling for the community center and getting money to save for strawberries. So again, as I said, that's on the 13th, I think, of this month. There's the festival. I want to buy pretty much as I can. But yeah, I know it's only been 3 days, but that's been like an hour. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really love this game. I've enjoyed starting it over, even though you're super restricted with, you know, your tools being the low level, no energy. It's always a whole lot of fun. So nice. Level 3 fishing, crab pots, nice. And we'll see what money we made. Again, almost $1,000 on day 3. I will take it. But that's going to finish it off for me, guys. I will join you guys next time. I'll just carry it off on the 4th of spring. So like I said, thank you for watching, and I hope you continue to watch the series and enjoy it. Thanks, guys.